Morning, folks. All right, it is the 27th day of October, 2025. It is 9 a.m. We are in the County Court at Law courtroom in the Aransas County Courthouse, located 2718 Highway 35 North, Rockport, Texas, 78382, and I call this regular meeting to order. Please stand and join me with the invocation.
Father, as always, we're thankful for the blessings of this new day and the hope for the change in weather and maybe some cooler weather. And Father, we pause now in this meeting to acknowledge of who we trust and who we believe in and who we place our future and confidence in. And we just pray, Lord, that as we go through this meeting today, as these commissioners and the judge vote on these items, that they would run every one of them through your will, and they might come up with decisions that benefit all the citizens of this county. And Lord, we trust you. We trust you to preside over this meeting today, and it's in your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Please join me with the pledges. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you. Roll call.
Commissioner Cheney?
Here.
Commissioner Casterline?
Here.
Commissioner Russo?
Here.
Commissioner Dupnick?
Here.
Judge Garza?
Here. We've got a full court. Thank y'all for being here. At this time, we hear from citizens. Have you heard? Just got this one. It was emailed to me too. It is from Jennifer Wood. Said that she's going to be here in person. Is there Jennifer Wood here? Okay. I'll just read it. It's not an agenda item, but she wrote, transparency of the budget and property tax. I do not know when the next meeting is. I can't find anywhere the dates and times for future meetings are posted. If you could please call me or email me, inform me, I would appreciate it. And I think we did reach out. We're going to. Okay. Thank you. And that's it. Anybody online? All right. We'll do item number 1.
I would like for us to hear the presentation by Roy Lewis, AIA, principal with Garza, Baumberger and Associates, on the schematic design selected for the aquarium rebuild.
Mr. Lewis, come on up. Thank you for being here.
Judge Garza, members of the commission, thank you for Commissioner's Court. Thank you for allowing me to present this. We're excited about this project. I'm here today to present the aquarium at Rockport Harbor, new design for the aquarium.
Does he have the clicker
Do
comment?
I do.
It's temperamental.
Let's see. Do I
There we go.
aim it in any direction? Oh, I'm sorry. There it is. Okay. There we go. What we're looking at here is the site plan for the project. The area that you see bounded in green is the lease line that was negotiated with the Aransas County Navigation District. In previous meetings that we had with them, they asked us to respect those lines and try not to encroach over them to the best of our abilities on that. So we took that as a challenge and started developing. To the north there, you have the existing parking, and in our opinion, the closest accessible parking would be in that area. I don't know if this has a pointer or not. Oh, yes, it does. Oh, but it doesn't go on your screen.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
it,
Well, it disappears. But at the top of the page, you see where the existing parking is. We propose to have handicap accessible parking there with the direct connection to our new facility. As you can see, the existing slab is there. What we are doing is we are moving the new building over 15 feet to the east in order for Texas Parks and Wildlife to be able to have access onto their site without going between this facility and the existing education center of how they'd previously been accessing that. This is a floor plan with the new codes and the new flood lines that are established. This building will be approximately 4.5 to 5 feet above the existing pavement. We have to keep a 2-foot freeboard for wave action below the building. We'll have knockout panels around it to allow water to and wave action to hit the building and go underneath it. In this scheme, we have a deck that will connect both the new aquarium building with the education center. And we'll have a ramping that will allow the public to get directly from the accessible parking and the rest of the parking spaces to a ramp going up or stairs, and then they will share the common deck. As you enter the building, they'll be greeted by someone that, where we have merchandising with the large exhibition space. We are going to have the existing tanks that have already been purchased. We've incorporated that as the feature inside this exhibition space. We also have a back of house work area with an office, a workroom, and then an area for staff to work around with the salt water that comes in and treating the salt water and then just dispensing it to the rest of the exhibition area. There is an area for unloading and loading of both merchandise and possible fish that may come in. And then, as you can see outlined in red, is a mezzanine above where we'll have both mechanical, electrical equipment up there, as well as some storage for stock of merchandising. The areas that are in kind of a salmon color there are the toilet rooms or the restrooms, both men and women's, which would be accessible to the exhibition area. The back of house and the exhibition will be separated by a controlled doorway, and on the upper side of that of the exhibition tanks, you can see we're proposing the use of a barn door type of door that could be opened to the public should they want to bring the public back into that back of house to show them how the operation is, or it could be closed off during normal hours on it. As you exit out the building, you have a direct connection by the use of a ramp going down to the existing level of the education center. Where it says existing porch, that would be the same entrance that you've always used into the education center as well. The decking will come around, and this is where we're taking the opportunity to put the new condensing units for the new building elevated above the flood line, as well as raise the one at the education center up to this new deck level. It also will allow the stairs from the second floor of the education center to come down and connect to that, as opposed to going all the way down to the ground. We will introduce a new chain link fence between your property and your lease and the one for Texas Parks and Wildlife, so that if any kind of communication needs to occur, they would be able to come and use that space on the other side of the fence. The area in between the stairs and the property or lease line is where we plan to bring intake for salt water from the harbor in order to prepare the water for use in some of the tanks. Just to give you a quick exterior look of this, we are sensitive and we know the requirements of the historic review for Aransas County, or the
City.
the city, excuse me, the Heritage District. And so what we're trying to do, this will be a metal building, but we are looking at putting the metal panels horizontally to give you the look of the lap siding that you see around, and to help it blend into that existing education center as it is right now. As you can see off to the side, we are reserving that area for some kind of graphics. We can discuss those later on as the project develops. As I mentioned earlier, the deck will be surrounded with knockout panels so that we can try to close off that area as much as possible, but that they could be knocked out in the event of a storm on there. This is just an elevation of the building from the north, showing the ramping system going on up, as well as an area for unloading to take place on it. From the east, we have this. We did talk about some of the storefront entries, maybe reducing a little bit on the south side in order to minimize the amount of glass in that one, but then leaving the one on the north side with the full amount of glass. We do show some upper windows into the basement to introduce some natural lighting in there. And this is just kind of an aerial view of what the building will look like. Very similar to the original one, but it has been moved over, and we have to respect the distance between the education center and this building by maintaining 10 feet off of that.
Perfect.
Does anyone have any questions?
I had one question.
Yes, sir.
On the generator, according to this, it's off property, emergency generator?
Yes,
it
sir.
off property?
It is. I wish this pointer would work in there, but in this area right there is the location of the existing generator, and it's my understanding from Texas Parks and Wildlife that they are okay for us to leave
Correct.
that location. So we will
Okay. But we'll,
design it so we can get the power from that emergency generator into
okay,
the building.
will we need something from Parks and Wildlife that says that we have that? I mean,
We
I'm
can
sure
probably
do.
get that.
Yeah,
I
we
met
can.
with Perry Daniel, I think is his name. He's the director of the fisheries division here. And Chris Mays, who's the president of the board for the aquarium, also was there. And we walked the property, talked to him about what the plan was, and they are very excited about the fact this is coming back, and said that there will be no problem. He's glad that we'll have that concrete slab for their new service drive, but we can certainly get something saying
Okay.
that we
Yeah.
will have access. And he said, going forward, that if our staff members need to get onto the Texas Parks and Wildlife property, that won't be a problem at all.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just, with Parks and Wildlife, it just takes forever to get an agreement, but
Well, that's what we were told initially, but they've actually been
pretty.
very
pretty
good at being available to us in that. And what I will say is, first, Mr. Lewis and his team have done a great job with this, and I really appreciate it. They've been very thorough. There have been many meetings before this presentation to you all. We've had Keith formerly with the NAV district come in. We've had Jerry Brendrett come in, talking about where the lease lines are, where underground utilities might be located. And although it was a disappointment that we didn't get this built when we thought we were going to, in the end, I think it was divine intervention that we didn't, because the previous rendering would have had us off our leased property, and there were several other mistakes with it. So now we are working with someone who is checking all of the fine details, and I really appreciate that.
Good deal.
So do we have a price estimate? This seems to me that it would cost way more than what.
It is a little
projected
higher
cost was.
than the initial thoughts were on it, and mainly because of the
Racing.
raising everything, the pilings going down to a certain number of feet. There is some underground utilities that we are currently having surveyed whether they're active or the exact location, so we can design pilings around missing them and things like that. And yes, sir, the budget right now, the budget is,
I think 1.7, 1.8.
yes, and our estimate right now is like 1.85. But we're trying to reconcile all of those, because the cost of the decking and things, there's some options that we could look at, whether we use a Trex material or treated wood or a PVC or something like that. There's all these numbers that we can try to get it down to an awardable amount.
And also look at some grants, but our auditor's been involved in all of the meetings also, so.
Good deal.
All right. Any other questions?
Good presentation.
Mr. Lewis, thank you.
Yeah,
I'm
thank
excited.
you.
all.
Looks
Appreciate
great.
your
Nice.
coming so early.
All right, item number 2 is issuance of proclamation P-16-2025 declaring October 2025 as National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Ms. Tracy.
Whereas breast cancer remains one of the most common forms of cancer affecting women, and while it primarily impacts women, men are also at risk. And whereas in the United States, approximately 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer in their lifetime, making it critical to raise awareness, promote early detection, and support research efforts. And whereas the month of October has been designated as Breast Cancer Awareness Month, a time to educate and empower our community to take action against this disease. And whereas early detection through regular screenings such as mammograms, clinical breast exams, and self-examinations can significantly increase the chances of successful treatment. And whereas support from family, friends, and the community plays a vital role in the emotional and psychological well-being of those affected. And whereas local organizations, healthcare providers, and advocates are working tirelessly to provide education, resources, and support for those impacted by breast cancer. And whereas it is essential to honor those who have lost their battle with breast cancer, support survivors and fighters, and acknowledge the ongoing efforts of researchers and healthcare professionals dedicated to finding a cure. Now therefore we, the Commissioners Court of Aransas County, do hereby proclaim the month of October as Breast Cancer Awareness Month in Aransas County. We encourage all residents to engage in activities that promote awareness, support those affected by breast cancer, and to participate in local events aimed at raising funds for research and support services. Let us come together as a community to shine a light on this important issue, to educate others and ourselves, and to foster a spirit of hope and solidarity in the fight against breast cancer. Thank you.
Thank you, Tracy. All right. We'll move on to the consent agenda, where I do want to acknowledge it was just an issuance, it wasn't a vote, no action. I want to acknowledge an acceptance of a donation in the amount of $30 to the Aransas County Public Library given by Ann Lockwood in honor of Martha Pearson. Do I have a motion to accept the consent agenda?
Move to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
Got a motion and a second.
I just have one amendment, and sorry I didn't get this to the
I'm sorry.
county clerk ahead of time, but just the minutes of the September 5th meeting, all of those votes were 4-0, not 5-0, because the county judge wasn't here.
Those will be fixed before they're
Yeah,
published.
I'm sorry, I just found it.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Castelline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye, motion passes. Item number 6.
I move to acknowledge the receipt of official notification that Aransas County Public Library is accredited and will be a fully qualified member of the Texas Library System for the state fiscal year of 2026.
I'll second that.
Got a motion and a second. Any questions?
Iris,
Miss Iris? Oh, there she is.
I just had a question. So on the letter, and congratulations for this,
Thank you.
it says accredited libraries are eligible for statewide interlibrary loan. And, is that mine?
The further away, the more likely it is to do that.
Hey, guys. Okay. Okay.
So technical.
Do we participate in that?
Yes, ma'am. We participated everything since we are an accredited library.
Okay. And also it said funding opportunities are available, so I guess we're looking at those
Grants
two.
and
Great,
everything are included, yes.
thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioner Cheney,
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline, Commissioner Russo,
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick,
Aye.
Judge Garza.
Aye, motion passes. Item number 7.
Move to approve the Rockport Center for the Arts third quarter report for 2025.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Ms. Ernst, come on.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. I'll try to move through this quickly. I know you have a very big agenda. Thank you for having me here this morning. This is our quarterly update from Rockport Center for the Arts. 2025 is looking good. Our numbers are up from last year. Between January and September, we've had nearly 38,000 visitors, up from about 33,500 last year. Attendance for the first 3 quarters is up 12% over that prior year period. And the third quarter, which is the Art Fest, which is where a lot of the increase is coming from, showed a 29% increase over the same period in 2024. Here you can see where quarter 3, where the art festival is, that's really where the margin of increase is coming from. Of course, last year Hurricane Beryl did quite a number on that third quarter. The art festival itself drew 8,367 visitors. On Saturday, 65% of those came from 75 miles or further away, and on Sunday, 45% from 75 miles or further away. As no surprise, San Antonio is still our largest market, drawing 13% of the traffic on Saturday, 10% on Sunday, with Houston and Austin battling for that second spot for the most popular major metro to join us in Rockport. These are just some maps to show that distribution. So these are visitors to the festival from across the state of Texas, the counties they reside in, as well as the national map, and a few visitors from abroad as well. This is some new data that we are working with. It's Placer AI. We're working with this data from the CVB. And I think this is interesting. You can see the map in the upper right-hand corner. That is the geographical boundary of the festival ground area that was mapped off for this data. And you can see on Saturday, around 8,000, a little more than 8,000 visitors to that area of Rockport just on Saturday alone. And if you look on the right, you can see that we're starting to recover a little bit, but we still haven't quite reached the 2022 and 2023 metrics for that area. So we're improving, but we still got work to do to get back to pre-Hurricane Beryl numbers. This is some more data from that report. It's showing that 40% of visitors to the area came from 100 miles away or further. And lastly, these are the top 10 zip codes that AI data, Placer AI data. You can see San Antonio zip codes appearing, I believe 4 out of these top 10, and 1 San Marcos. We're trying to get more to go further than just the top 10. We do purchase advertising by zip code in these areas, so we really want to measure the return on investment for where we're placing advertising. So I am trying to get more zip codes, but it does support San Antonio being our largest market. The next page is just a quick recap of quarter 1. We had 8,834 attendees in the first 3 months of the year, 40% in January from 75 miles or further away, 41% in February, and 54% in March. We were starting to see the spring break crowd. The next slide is a recap of quarter 2, 8,874 visitors, 38% in April from 75 miles or more away, 43% in May, and 42% in June. And then quarter 3, again, where Art Fest is a significant increase, 31,200, that's 31,299 there. We don't have as detailed data on our Art Fest as we do at the gallery. At the gallery, we ask them what their zip code is, how many nights they're staying, are they staying in overnight lodging. Our website traffic is up 9% over the prior year. And there's some data at the bottom that shows where most of the consumers are attending our website, if it's on mobile device or if it's on a PC, the different browsers they are using. Unique visitors to the website is up 13% over that prior period, and page views are also up 4%. So we're seeing a across-the-board increase on our website traffic.
What does unique visitors mean?
That means each one of you is a unique visitor. If you come to the website twice, it only counted you once for this figure. And then website traffic by state. I think this is kind of interesting. Texas, of course, is number 1. Virginia, number 2. California, Washington, Iowa, Michigan, Illinois, Florida, New York, Oregon, and Utah.
And why is there such a high number of unknown?
There's probably some kind of blocker on their computer that doesn't let us track where they are.
Okay,
Colin, would you say that is a... Yeah,
they want to be secret.
they are secret. Okay, and then website traffic from Texas, Rockport, Corpus, San Antonio, Dallas, Houston, Austin, Portland, Fort Worth, and Port Arthur were the top communities visiting our website. This is a graph indicating that reach. You can see the darker dots are where there's more concentration around major metros, and some other dots that serve those communities. It's a little difficult to see, I'm sorry. Social media insights, these were pretty interesting to look at year to date. We've had over 300 million views on social media. If you look at the bottom left, views by content type is link, and I believe those are linking to our videos that we host on YouTube. And then the most interesting on this page in the bottom right, that the views by followers versus non-followers, 91.5% are actually non-followers, so we're getting a lot of new eyes on our content on social media. On the next page, we are seeing that Reels are doing more than posts to net new followers. And then there's some demographic information. 29.6% are 65 and older. Most of our clients are coming from the United States. Rockport, Corpus, San Antonio, Austin, Fulton, and Houston are our most common cities to engage with us on social media. Here's all the fun stuff everybody's coming for. This week is the film festival. We have the red carpet party on Thursday. We do still have tickets if anybody's interested in joining. And it'll be followed Friday, Saturday, Sunday by the film festival proper. We're showing 37 different films, fiction, nonfiction, feature-length, short films. There's a student film by our local high school kids that we're showing on Sunday. It's $25 for a ticket for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You can come to 10 different movie blocks. Sunday is free. There are 2 blocks on Sunday, so please come out and check out what's going on at the film festival. We have a silver meltdown for ladies only coming up in November. It highlights our silversmiths, and it's a really enjoyable night. The exhibitions, we currently have a artist in residence retrospective featuring work by 6 different artists who have participated over the past 13 years in this annual fall event. Following that, we will have the Merit Artist exhibition in the McKelvey Gallery that highlights 3 artists selected from last year's all-member show at the holidays. The all-member show on the left will be back again in the HEB Gallery. And then we're going to start the new year with Lisa Bear, one of our very own, very well-loved artists, with new works by her. These are some of the different events coming up. We actually just had Ballet of Nepantla on Friday. That was a very exciting experience. The ballet troupe came out of New York City, but they have ties in South Texas, and we had about 150 participants come to participate in the ballet. It's the first time we've had a dance performance in the Rock and it was cozy, but we made it work. Ian Moore is coming up in November, and then for the holidays, the Axiom Stream Quartet is going to perform for us holiday favorites. The culinary program, we're actually showing events in the new year because most of the fall events are already sold out. And then we've just shown a sampling of some of the classes and workshops coming up in the next few months. And lastly, the Benet sculpture, we're working on the install. I think it's going to happen in November. We've got just a few tiny little details we're wrapping up, and we'll be ready to go. Lastly, the financial expenditures. See my page here. So year to date, we have received $15,006.56, and we have expended $14,998.63, all but $7.93. Thank you. Are there any questions?
Terrific work.
Yeah,
Thank you, Karen.
I had one question. I'm trying to find it here. I had it a while ago. The next, the second most people that saw it was from Aransas Pass.
Yeah, on the website.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I thought that was interesting.
yeah.
Do we participate in any kind of thing with Aransas Pass to where quid pro quo type stuff, where we show their stuff?
Not really.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, that's always been a pet project of mine for a long time. Is
Yeah.
get Aransas Pass. We got 900 lots in Aransas Pass that are in Aransas County.
Yeah.
And,
Absolutely.
And they, they seem to be interested in joining us in a lot of things, and that was second only to Rockport
Yeah.
in the amount of people that come.
Yeah.
And I realize it's distance and shrimpery and all the other stuff that's going on, but I think we need to look at maybe having a presence of some sort in shrimpery, because it was a monster this year.
Yeah.
I don't know. It had to be.
Do we know
one
what
of the
their
best
attendance
ever.
was?
Huh?
Do we know what their attendance is or was?
I know it was a lot.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people at Shrimpery.
Yeah, that's a
But I
great
can find that
suggestion.
information out for you.
Thank
But I'm
you.
just thinking that
Yeah.
maybe, if we could get another 100 or 500 people
Yeah,
come over there, that it's part of Aransas County.
absolutely. We have done a youth camp for Aransas Pass in the last 2 summers, so that's a first. But that's really the only formal connection we've had.
Yeah.
But if
Yeah.
they had artists, their artists could join and then show
Yes.
their work in the members
Yeah.
gallery.
Yeah.
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 I think it'd be great.
Yeah.
We might want to just make an entry into talking to them about it. I
Yeah,
think it'd be
that's a
good
great
project.
suggestion. Thank you.
Because they have the city council over there is completely new.
Got it.
Nobody on there has more than 2 years' experience.
Okay.
And so they're really open for expanding boundaries.
New opportunities.
Yeah, really.
Great.
All right.
Great. Anything
Thank you,
else?
Karen.
Thank you.
Job well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome.
Commissioner Cheney,
Aye.
Commissioner Casterly, Commissioner Russo,
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick,
Aye.
Judge Garza.
Aye, motion passes. Item number 8.
I move to approve the order number 0-16-2025, an order of the County of Aransas, Texas, prohibiting outdoor burning for a period of up to 60 days.
I'll second that.
We've got a motion and a second. This morning, the KDBI number was 514, so it's pretty high, and there's a couple of fires this weekend at Cape Valero, so I think it's the right thing to do.
Commissioner Cheney,
Aye.
Commissioner Casterly, Commissioner Russo,
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick,
Aye.
Judge Garza.
Aye, motion passes. Item number 9.
I move to approve request for variance on county minimum lot size requirements to replat 23 Red Oak Lane from 3 lots into 1 lot. Legal description: the east half of lot 22, all of lot 23, and the west half of lot 24 Mesquite Tree section, Holiday Beach subdivision, replatted as lot 23-R Mesquite Tree section, Holiday Beach subdivision.
I'll second that.
We've got a motion, a second.
Good morning.
Morning,
Good
Kat.
morning.
So is less than a quarter acre going to be sufficient for an on-site septic system?
It will be more expensive than with a larger lot, but it is manageable. They will have to work with the updated state restrictions.
Okay.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Castleline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye, motion passes. Item number 10.
Move to approve the request for variance on county minimum lot size requirement to replat 619 North Terry Street for 4 lots into 2 lots. Legal description, lots 5, 6, 7, and 8, block 141. Smith and Woods subdivision replatted as lots 6R and 8R, block 141, Smith and Woods subdivision.
I'll second that.
Got a motion and a second. Ms. Cass?
And this one, they are both on public water and public sewer, and so it is just to subdivide the property to accommodate the existing structures that are there so they can divide the property.
Sounds good.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Castleline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye, motion passes. Item number 11.
I move to approve reviewing an interlocal agreement with San Patricio County for them to provide a technical supervisor to inspect and service the county's intoxilizer equipment and to be available to witness, to testify as witness if necessary for the cost of $15,000, $15,112 for 1 year, beginning January the 1st, 2026.
I'll s-
Got a motion and a second. Morning, Chief.
Good morning. I have any
Is-
questions on this?
It's a renewal and it's more expensive,
Right.
It goes up every year, I believe.
What?
about $1,000.
I think less than that. I think it was we budgeted 15,000.
Okay.
So it's
But I mean,
$100,000.
this past year, was it 14,000?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Castleline? Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye, motion passes. Item number 12.
Move to approve an interlocal cooperation agreement between Aransas County and San Patricio County for jail services to alleviate jail overcrowding at the San Patricio Detention Center on an as-needed basis in exchange for the payment set forth therein, with the agreement being in effect from the date of execution until September the 30th, 2026, and may be renewed annually by the mutual agreements.
I'll second that.
I know San Patricio County had an issue with overcrowding in their jail, and we've agreed to take some of their inmates to help out.
Sounds good.
Just in the contract, and probably you have a template, which is fine. But I think it's important that when we see it, under financial provisions, that the Aransas County Treasurer's name be inserted there, because it isn't. And then where it shows who the contractor is, Bill Mills, Aransas County Sheriff, and then the county that's doing business with us, that's all left blank. So to put in San Patricio County and Sheriff Rivera would be good.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Castleline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye, motion passes. Item number 13.
I move to approve bids received in response to the fiscal year 2026 road materials invitation for bids.
I'll second that.
Got a motion and a second.
Good morning,
Darryl.
Judge. Good morning,
Morning,
Commissioners. I'm excited to say that the prices are either flat or actually have come down this year. And so
that's nice.
we did a bang-up job on getting the notices out to the different vendors and supply houses. So really proud of the effort that they did in purchasing.
So the last two items on your matrix,
I was afraid you were going to ask me about that.
okay, sorry. Then you're ready, all right?
I will have to get with Blake to help explain how the surcharges work.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am. And I'll be happy to get him in touch with you.
okay, that's fine, thank you.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Castleline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye, motion passes. Item number 14.
I move to approve an amendment to the April 14th, 2025 interlocal cooperation agreement with the City of Rockport and the Aransas Navigation District for stormwater management drainage solution in and around the Rockport Harbor area, authorizing county judge to execute the proposed revised amendment.
I'll second that.
We've got a motion and a second.
And I noticed in the subject that came along with our agenda item, it did mention this was Concho Street Drainage Project. should we amend this motion to say the revised amendment for the Concho Street drainage project? Or do we need to do that?
Do we,
I don't think I have microphone usage, but I drafted this item. I think what I did was copy the actual title of the interlocal. If you'd like it to be more clear, then feel free, but it does reference the interlocal that was entered by the court April 14, 2025,
Okay.
between these entities.
So we don't need to say Concho Street drainage?
I don't think so.
That's not my recommendation, but to make it more clear, if you'd like to, you're more than welcome. But this interlocal does pertain.
I would suggest that we do enter that.
Well,
Go ahead.
it's only amendment to the document that already,
To the
that I assume
document.
already has that on it.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll
And-
withdraw that.
And then also to add to that, once all the parties have executed it, I'll be bringing the engineering contract with half to the Commissioners Court.
All right.
That's correct. I'd like to provide further comment in executive on this item.
All right.
Okay.
Commissioner Cheney,
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline,
Aye.
Commissioner Russo,
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick,
Aye.
Judge Garza.
Aye, motion passes. Item number 15.
Move to approve authorizing the airport manager to engage the county on-call appraiser, Lowry Property Advisors, to determine the fair market value for a potential airport ground and hangar lease with Vintage Air Tours.
I'll second that.
Got a motion and a second. Mr. Gear, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. Previously, the court approved procuring an appraiser for just this purpose. So I'm wanting to engage them for potentially 2 leases. I might be able to wrap it up under 1 lease with Vintage, but potentially a ground lease and then also a hangar lease.
Commissioner Cheney,
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline,
Aye.
Commissioner Russo,
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick,
Aye.
Judge Garza.
Aye, motion passes. Item number 16. Thanks, Mike.
Move to approve recognizing the recently purchased Copano Cove / Bailey Ranch property as an ecotourism site to be included as an additional Aransas Pathways venue.
I'll second that.
We've got a motion and a second.
So I have a question. I know in the past we've questioned whether we have the authority to add things to pathways. I don't remember if we ever actually had a legal opinion on that, but I think it's not only do we have the ability to add, but do we have the ability to fund it out of venue tax if it wasn't on the original election?
Well, I did enter on here in the background, the ballot language that was approved by the voters on May 14, 2011, stated that this tax would be used by Aransas County to provide for acquisition, planning, design, development, renovation, or construction of facilities along inland waterways in the county.
Well, the bond
We
was
thought-
for, the election was for a bond that has already been spent, or
There's
Am I
still,
right?
a-
We're collecting
there's still
tax.
some money on that, but we also have the tax. The election was for the Aquarium Education Center and for the History Center. Other than that, they did talk about just the different pathways, and it wasn't specific on any pathways. If y'all decide you want a legal opinion on it, but, I mean,
To me,
there's nothing that says these are the specific ones.
okay.
Not in the election for any of the pathways at all.
To me, I think we need, because we've talked about it before, we need to get Marcia to possibly do an opinion on, not necessarily if we can put it in pathways, but can we pay for it with venue money?
It says acquisition, planning, design, development, renovation, construction.
Because it's been paid for. This would just be moving it under the umbrella of pathways.
For maintenance.
Yeah, for maintenance. I mean,
Personal opinion, we should have some legal
Yeah,
background about it. So
I think,
there's a lot of money we're going to be spending, and it's venue tax money.
Yes, sir.
I think if it's going to be a large project, really any project at all, other than just a minute project, that it ought to be listed in the motion. You know, it's all part of what we're trying to do, and everybody knows that now. But 4 or 5 years from now, or 10 years from now, they may not understand that and wonder, question us why we put that in there, and let's not have a good legal path in which to go. I agree with Commissioner Castellano.
We can furnish everything to Marcia and get her opinion on that.
Then I can amend my motion to table this until Marcia has an opportunity to review it and bring back to us. Is that good?
I won't be here physically next meeting, but I'll have an answer to all.
That sounds good. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So move to table.
Second?
Motion is to table. Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye, motion passes to table. Item number 17.
I move to approve environmental health accepting bids for insecticides / mosquito chemicals for fiscal year 2026.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Morning, Anthony.
Good morning. Does anyone have any questions?
I got one question. I'm getting feedback from a lot of people in my precinct that are saying that the spray we're using isn't effective there, or they can't sense it. You know, they can't tell it's doing any good. So are we getting the same chemical we're getting, or are they dispersing at a different rate?
No, it's the same. It's the same
Okay.
chemical.
Because
Yeah.
actually, I've seen that in my neighborhood, and I've had people call from my precinct in Holiday Beach who have said they don't see the chemical coming out like you usually do. You see the white vapor coming when they come down the street.
I can look into that, but it's the same.
And
I
they're-
haven't had any.
And also, I'm getting feedback, they're saying they're not, like they used to notice an odor when
Yeah.
they
Oh, I
spray.
was going to say, I could smell it.
Well,
I
Well,
alternate two
you-
different chemicals.
You're not in my precinct, I don't think. You are.
Maybe we use something different there.
No, but if you check in, I'd really appreciate it, because
No, we will.
I'm getting that feedback, and I didn't realize commissioners also getting in our precinct, but.
Now, Bob, you realize 100 or 200 years ago, people moved from Lamar because of mosquitoes.
Yeah.
This is a true story.
I understand.
Historic facts.
Yeah. No, thank you, Todd.
So I just have a question, I think. I'm not sure which ones you're selecting. If I
It should be the highlighted items that said lowest bids.
But it's all the
I
same.
put pink on mine, so those are my highlights, but everything else is either gray or white. So I'm not sure which ones are highlighted.
I can get you another copy of that.
Okay.
I can email it to you. So
Okay.
you can clarify a little better.
That'll be good, thank you.
But we are going with the lowest bid.
Yes.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye, motion passes. Item number 18.
Move to approve the September 2025 Treasurer's Report.
Second?
We got a motion and a second. Madam Treasurer, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Anybody have any questions on the fund balances?
No, ma'am.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye, motion passes. Item number 19.
I move to, go ahead.
Move to approve the third quarter Aransas County Treasurer's Investment Report.
I second it.
Got a motion and a second.
So quarterly, there's a broader breakdown on the interest earned and where the funds are. And through the third quarter, year to date, we have earned in the operating funds $575,000, and we budgeted $823, which that puts it at close to 70% of the budget when we should be at 75. But we did have the higher earned, the higher rated agency bonds. Some of them either were called or matured earlier in the year, so that set us back a little bit.
So on, I don't know, it's page 1, 2, 3, 4. Are the other totals of interest earned the year to date on operations? I'm thinking they probably are. And so what we're looking at for 2025 is the 3 quarters compared to other year to date.
Which page, which chart are you looking at?
It's right after you get done with the pages that have all of the accounts listed out. I think it's page 4, 3, 4.
Oh, down at the bottom. Oh,
Yes.
yeah. And I just do it on the operations, not on the other funds. Is that what you're asking?
the bar graph, as far as the interest earned on operations, those other years are all year-to-date, correct? So
Right.
we're just
So
looking.
the year is full, yeah.
Okay. I mean, yes,
Yeah,
I meant
it's-
full year.
It throws the graph off,
Okay,
yes.
okay. Your full year.
Anything else? Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Castleline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye, motion passes. Item number 20.
I move to table the two-step increase for Donna White to stay within guidelines of grant funding. There was no backup that was provided with this. The rationale was that Juvenile Justice and Truancy Prevention Grant Program provided by the Office of the Governor approved the salary funds for 2025, 2026, but we have no explanation or comparison.
Judge McGinnis?
The grant was approved through the state. And I failed to come in to, I guess, notify you that we got approved for the state for her salary only. So we're just trying to keep her salary what it's supposed to be that was approved by the state.
And the
That's-
state's paying her salary.
The state is paying the salary, not the county.
And it's within the budgeted money we
It's
received.
budgeted from the state into the county, correct.
We don't have a second yet.
No.
I'll second it.
So
So-
what
what-
documentation am I needing? The approved, showing that it's approved from the state?
When we get a document from the state showing something to that effect?
So if it's in the grant, do we already have it in?
I can provide you the grant award statement if you would like to see that for the total amount of the grant.
That would be good. I just, when we are voting on something, it's good to see backup. And there was nothing included with this.
Okay. I can send that to you.
The motion on the floor is to table.
So when can you,
I
Good,
can
okay.
email that to you all today after court.
okay. I would remove my second for
I'll
that.
withdraw my motion to table.
Is there a motion?
I move
To
to
approve.
approve a two-step increase for Donna White to stay within the guidelines of grant funding.
I'll second that.
Got a motion second.
Motion to approve, Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Castleline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye, motion passes. Item number 21.
Move to approve accounts payable, payroll liabilities.
I'll second that.
I would like to amend that to remove one of the invoices that we've received. It's from Broadus for $2,890 for work received for the month of September. There is no explanation of what the work involved, only times that are billed. So 1 hour, 1 hour, 7 hours, 1.5 hours, at the rate of $170 each hour. And I would be very interested in knowing what Mr. Williams has been doing in the month of September for the county downtown courthouse project. I did send him an email and asked for that information. I did not check my email this morning before I came down here to see if I'd received it, but I feel that this is not a good enough detailed explanation of why we're paying extra charges, since just recently the court already approved $53,500 more for Broadus. So I'm all right with all of the other accounts payable, but I would like to remove this one payment from Broadus pending an explanation.
I'll amend my motion to
Before you amend,
Okay,
I've
go
got
ahead.
3 more invoices that need to be added to.
Okay.
So we can just maybe amend it all at one time.
all right.
I've got 2 for rapid pay for jury payments that were done, that had to be done, and then our diesel sales tax for a total of $4,502.60 for the total of the 3 that will be on top of the
Okay.
list that you have to do.
I'll amend my motion to include those 3 invoices and to delete the Broadus voice until we get the paperwork that the Commissioner asked for.
Thank you.
Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
All right, got a motion and a second.
Thank you.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Castleline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye, motion passes. All right, what time is it? It's not 10 yet. Now we'll hear from reports about items of community interest. No action will be taken. I'm sorry, reports from commissioners, elected officials, and department heads. No action will be taken. Commissioners?
I wanted to take a moment to thank again Road and Bridge. They have had people out all over the place, and everything's being flagged properly, and there was I've heard no complaints from my precinct, which is really unusual for Road and Bridge to be out. And there's been a couple of accidents that happened in some of the real narrow roads that we just simply can't do anything about. And I want to appreciate Road and Bridge. And also the mosquito spraying, everything, I don't smell it either, but I don't smell a lot of things. But it comes by on a regular basis, and I appreciate that.
Any other commissioners?
I would like, Darrell, Road and Bridge has been installing some additional stop signs in Holiday Beach area that they were lacking. And can you give us an update? I know there are a lot of people questioning about the east side.
Yes, sir. We've tackled the west side, which I can't remember. I was almost 50 stop signs that were missing. And one day we'll work on the street blades, denoting the streets. That's going to be quite a task as well out there. But we did identify probably another 20 plus over on the east side of Holiday Beach that we're getting to the end of our budget year. It's getting a little bit close. I would say on the safe side, January, February, we'll have new monies, and we'll certainly start tackling that on the east side.
Appreciate that update. That way, people have been asking. So
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
I wanted to say one other thing too. I wanted to thank Chief and the Sheriff. I live just off of where Little Bay Elementary is, and every year they really watch that traffic. I don't know what the count is out there, but it's got to be at least 300 or 400, maybe 500 people in our cars that come down there every day, and it land up sometimes all the way back to Dollar General on Market, and they just do an amazing job. I really do. I don't know that we've even had a closer report of an accident this year, and that's really good.
Thank you. Commissioner?
Well, I would also report that we just received the revised TERS agreement from the city. Their attorney had been working on it. So hopefully we'll have, Jim Allison has been serving us to work on it. And hopefully that'll be on our next court agenda, because I've had some inquiries about where are we on that.
All right. The only thing I got is Jaden is out there student driving, so we're practicing, and yeah, I gotta get with Darrell about signage, because in Old Rockport, I'm like, this 4-way stop sign. Usually there's like a placard that says 4-way stops or whatever. I'll stop, and there's a lot missing, and yeah, I pay attention now to the signs with him. And I'm like, yeah, there should be a stop sign here, but you gotta stop. But and then we had an emergency meeting Friday, and we don't take emergency meetings very lightly. The last one was in Hurricane Harvey, and just a quick update. There was some activity. We're addressing it, but it's still ongoing. So I'll have a better update for the commissioners at a later time.
Good.
And Mike.
Good job calling on that, obviously. I wanted to bring everybody's attention that we had through the LEPC, Local Emergency Planning Corporation, we had a drill last week at the county line for Refugio and Aransas County. It was school bus versus a diesel carrier, diesel tanker for a compounded event. So it was injured kids on the school bus plus the hazmat component of the diesel, and all of our volunteer fire departments participated. Highway Patrol, Sheriff's Department from both counties was there, and that was a drill. It was smaller. There were a lot of simulated things. We didn't transport anybody, but it's all leading up to a much larger scale exercise that'll be similar in the details, but for 2027 is when we're looking for that. So there'll be a few more smaller, maybe a tabletop before then, and then a much larger scale. But thank you, Judge, for attending, and I saw the sheriff there as well. So thank you very much.
And
There
I'll
were
tell you
a lot of members of the public were commenting about it, making phone calls. I was getting calls. What happened to us?
We
It was
put
a
the
drill.
signs up, try to do everything you can, but yeah, you still get calls.
But it was a good drill, evidently.
Yeah, well, when I got on scene, I knew it was a drill, but I was like, wait a minute, is this for real? Is that dude really hurt? Like, the bus driver.
The bus
played
driver
it-
was acting,
He
he
played
did
it
a really
well.
good job, and so we had students from Refugio
Yeah.
ISD that were dressed in moulage, which is the makeup to look like they were injured, and they were doing a good job acting, and so everybody did what they were supposed to do. That's how you build the muscle memory.
Yeah, I thought, wait, this is supposed to be an exercise, and the kid, I was like, those are real kids.
I thought of two other things too. I want to commend Mike and also the county. He was recommended to folks from Kerr County who are concerned about the communication or the lack thereof when the July 4th storm came. And so they scheduled a meeting, and they were down here as Wednesday or Thursday, can't remember. And I was able to attend. Judge Garza was there just to share some stories of what worked for us and what didn't work, and to try and help them. And I think they left here feeling a better sense of what they need to do. And then I know the judge has been very active at the Coastal Bend Public Radio Safety Coalition, or whatever its initials are. And we had a second meeting, if you want to talk about that, with Senator Hinojosa.
Yeah, last Friday we had a meeting with Senator Hinojosa, who is on the task force, the Senate task force.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever Mike said, interoperability radio thing. And it was funny because at that exercise out there on that rest area on North 35, I could hear people's radios, but not, like, y'all were having radio problems out there.
Yeah, so I'll speak to that too.
Yeah.
That's one of the things you always test at a drill or an exercise is how well do you communicate. And so when you got people coming from different jurisdictions, different agencies, all to one scene where you're enacting your MOUs and your ILAs, and everybody's coming to the scene, and they all can't communicate with each other, well, that's a big problem, and inevitably it comes up. So interoperability is a hot button right now. It was a hot topic, obviously, coming out of the Independence Day floods in Kirk County. But it comes out of everything. I mean, going back to 9/11 is when this started really getting everybody's attention, and we just haven't got it figured out yet, but we're getting better. The state has some options for us. We were presented an option last week. The city, was presented with some options, and it comes at a fortuitous time, I believe, because the city is, they're having to make some decisions right now. They're going to spend some money, so there are some options. We were also presented one previously from TxDOT, who owns a tower and was offering real estate on the tower at no charge. So there are options, and we'll do better. We do have some tactical channels and things that people can they can tune into whenever they come to an event. But if the radio is not compatible, then they can't. So it's going to take a team effort for the whole region. And I'm just barely learning how to be dangerous and talk about it, but there's a lot to it that I'll never understand. But it seems to me that we have all the smart people in the room and the people that control the purse strings that can make it happen. So it seems like it ought to happen pretty quick.
And the sheriff of San Patricio is very familiar with the system, and he's working very closely with the City of Corpus Christi's Chief Information Officer.
Right.
And they really have a very successful program. He said, I guess they came in and helped out with Seafair, and that it worked real well.
They did.
So it's
We've
good.
had issues with that in the past, and,
Yeah.
and to me, a lot of times it's come down to, they come out with a system that's supposed to take care of everybody, but then the city, the county has to pay for it, and a number of them elect not to put the same system in.
Yeah, and it comes down to that's the free market has a lot to do with it as well. People get to make decisions on how they're going to spend their money, and there are different providers out there. It's not just Motorola. There's a lot of them. And so you have all these different systems, different types of radios, different frequencies, and you're trying to channel everything into one one radio be able to do everything for you when you get there, and it's just, I'm not sure we'll ever get to that point. But, you know, if you have to, you just go grab somebody with a radio that's on that frequency and you stand beside them or have them stand beside you. It's kind of an old way of doing it, but that works still as well, so.
You know, just kind of follow up on that, right after we had Harvey, it's about a year after, I spoke to San Patricio County Leadership, San Patricio County Leadership Program, and they were talking about Harvey and different things. And one of the questions was, Commissioner, how was it that Aransas Pass and Rockport was able to respond so quickly to the results of the hurricane? And I told him, I said, we were responding before the hurricane even got here.
Sure.
But the reason that we were able to do that is because we had had 40 years worth of practice.
That's right.
The point being is, whether you got a hurricane coming or not, you still got to practice. And they were very receptive to that.
Jackie has one thing.
Yes, I would just like to ask that we be included whenever there's meetings and there's decisions and talking and stuff, because some of our grants require us to report all of that interoperability, and so we've got to kind of be in the know on what's happening and what's being purchased and what's going on.
Sounds good.
We do have to update that operability plan annually to our e-grants that a lot of our law enforcement grants run through, just based on, you know, the radio capabilities, the channels, and if when we purchase new radios, we have to report that as well.
Oh, okay.
And the
Thanks for
good
letting me
news
know.
is, and Colin was there, he verified that the radios we have will work in that system, and there isn't a membership charge to be in the system. They give each entity its own channel, but then you also have a common channel where you can all communicate. And they have Parks and Wildlife, alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. DPS was there, just singing praises of how well it works. I think Ingleside is one of the communities that's in there. There are towers all around. I mean, it's a really great program. And one other thing, I was contacted by one of the precinct chairs, and we are expecting to get our redistricting proposals from the firm Allison Bass and McGee maybe today, I think Eric said. He'd hope to have them here by Monday.
Right.
So
I did get an email Friday, but I can't recall.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, I think
I'll
he
send you
said-
that email.
But a couple of folks who have been active in other communities in Texas have proposed a different numbering system, and I think this is something maybe the legislature is kind of promoting also, so that going forward, instead of having like 1A, 1B, or whatever, you'd have 101, 102, 103, and then that way, as the numbers change, or as we have to add more election precincts within each general precinct, it would be very standardized. So anyway, that's just something that they wanted me to mention, because they're concerned about it. So that was kind of community.
One more.
Renee?
I was waiting for.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Judge, Commissioners, I'd like you to meet Ms. Leah Madado, who's the new administrative and event coordinator for Pathways. She's doing a fabulous job, and I think she's representing what we're wanting to display and where we want Pathways to go, so.
Hi, Leah.
Good morning.
Morning.
My name is Leah Medado, and I'm honored to serve Aransas County through Aransas Pathways. And we would like to envision Aransas Pathways to be one of the premier ecotourism destination of the coastal bend.
Great.
Yes,
Thank you.
We're going
Yeah,
in
I've
that
noticed it.
direction.
Yeah, I've noticed on social media, you're doing a good job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Building stories and partnerships. Yeah, you're doing a fantastic job. I'm glad you're here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Renee.
Thank you. Cool. All right. So we did the community interest stuff. Now, closed session. Do we need to go to closed session? Okay. Motion to go into closed session.
Move to convene into closed session in accordance with Texas Government Code 551.071 to consult with counsel Marcia Perez of Chavez, Obregon, and Perales, and receive legal advice about pending or contemplated litigation, settlement offers, or other attorney-client privilege matters, including but not limited to any items posted on this agenda and the items listed below. 1, are we going to go through these? Yeah. 5, the Downtown Anchor Project, including the county's permissible actions under its various contracts and reports on proposed mediations, insurance claims, and/or formal review.
Second.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Castleline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye, motion passes. 8 minutes. What we got?
right around 3 would beat most of the traffic.
All right. Camera's crooked. All right. It is
Yes.
10:34. We're back in open session. Do I have a motion to reconvene?
Move to reconvene into open session.
Second.
Got a motion second.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Castleline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo? Aye. Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye, motion passes. Item number 24.
Move to authorize Marcia Perez, our legal counsel, to take action as discussed in contacting the county attorney's office about pending litigation.
Second.
Got a motion second.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Castleline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo? Aye. Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved. Second.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Castleline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo? Aye. Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye. Thank y'all very much.